Oriah Mountain Dreamer, in her poem, The Invitation, says, "It doesn't interest me what you do for a living. I want to know what you ache for. And it doesn't even interest me where, what, or with whom you've studied. I want to know what sustains you from the inside when all else falls away. Because, ladies, it is in this inside place where our success truly lies." You see, for far too long, many of us attorneys have confused what we do with who we are. And as a result, we have struggled to find the basis for winning and the basics of true success. Now, our fellow physicians are beginning to understand this inside place, with over 90 medical schools offering a course to students which encourages them to look inward, because getting to know themselves better will make them better doctors. So couldn't we attorneys benefit from this same medicine? In trying to find success in my own career, and I could not find it in those external things, you know, dressing the part, the long hours, the mentors, I decided to take a page out of the playbook of Vince Lombardi. You see, Vince Lombardi was the Super Bowl winning coach of the Green Bay Packers. And the story is told that every year at training camp, Vince Lombardi would come into the training room with a football in his hand. And he'd say, "Gentlemen, this is a football." And people would be scratching their heads wondering, why is Vince Lombardi talking to these Pro Bowl and Super Bowl winning players about something so elementary? Well, Vince Lombardi knew something about winning. He understood that if you're going to win time and time again and reach this pinnacle of success, that you would always have to return to the basics year after year. And the same goes for us as professionals too. We need to always remember to return to the basics. And those basics for me are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Those fruit of the Spirit that I have simply coined as marbles. Do you have all your marbles? In our profession that is racked with stress, depression, and yes, even suicide, with lawyers ranking fourth on the list of the most suicides among professionals, and with lawyers having 3.6 times more likely a chance to be depressed than the ordinary worker, it is going to be important for us to maintain all our marbles. As Mahatma Gandhi says, for human beings, our greatness lies in not so much being able to remake the world as it is being able to remake ourselves. And when we hold on and cause our marbles to live alive in us, then we remake ourselves time and time again. Who are you really? Our marbles will remind us who we are and give us that true success platform. Allow me to explain why as I walk you through each marble. You see, with the marble of love, you will come to know that loving yourself is the beginning of true success. Are you eating right? Are you working out? Are you doing those things that will allow you to be your best? You see, Barbara DeAngelo says, love will transform you in a moment. So it won't take long after you start on this road to loving yourself. And then there's the second marble, the marble of joy. As Mother Teresa says, now that's strength. Joy will allow you to be in a bad place and be able to see some good and count it all joy. And then we move to that marble of peace. Peace will allow you to be centered when there's chaos all around you. The Dalai Lama says, you cannot have peace in the outer world until you have mastered peace within. And don't be upset if you haven't grabbed that love, joy, and peace immediately, because it is the next marble of patience that tells you that you must have patience. Now let me remind you, patience is not inaction. Patience is timing. It is doing the right thing for the right principle at the right time. And so when you have love, joy, peace, and patience, now we move to the marble of kindness. Kindness is love and forgiveness. And a lot of us haven't taken the time to be kind to ourselves. And when we talk about being kind to others, kindness is loving people more than they deserve. and forgiving those who are not even sorry. So now you've got the marbles of love, joy, peace, patience, and kindness. Now we move into the marble of goodness. Goodness requires action. Wealth doesn't bring goodness, but goodness certainly brings wealth and several other blessings, as Socrates so wisely reminds us. So now you've mastered love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, and goodness. Now we got to stick with it with the marble of faithfulness. Faithfulness is doing something good, but not only once, but doing it over and over again, sticking to it. And after faithfulness, coming up the rear, the anchor to all of this is self-control. In the book, As a Man Thinketh, the author says, a man who controls the world is powerful, but he who controls himself is mightier still. And I would say even more mighty when he has mastered love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. So I ask you again, do you have all your marbles? Because once you master those marbles, then you will understand that you truly can be successful. You come from a long line of historical figures who have shown you that with their marbles intact, you can succeed. I don't need to give you a history lesson and tell you that Harriet Tubman freed the slaves or just Sojourner Truth and Ain't I a Woman. I don't even need to tell you about Justice Sonia Sotomayor or Gui Jiamei, the first public interest attorney in China. I know for myself that Nat Turner died so that Rosa Parks could sit, and that Rosa Parks sat so that Martin Luther King could march, and that Martin Luther King marched so that Barack Obama could run, and President Barack Obama ran and won. So you, my friends, you have the ability to fly. And I believe that you can fly because you come with wings of determination, and you have the wind of your family and friends beneath your wings. So go ahead and fly and touch the sky, because the sky truly is your limit. But oh, how I wish I can only tell you about flying. I need to warn you about the wing clippers. You know those people that try to clip your wings with words of discouragement to tell you that you're not good enough, you didn't work for the right firm, you didn't go to the right school. The wing clippers will come, and when they do, you must return to your basics of love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Because that will be your foundation that will keep you centered when all else is falling apart. And when I see you again, I'm not going to ask you how you're doing. I'm not even going to ask you, have you been successful? I'm going to ask you one question that will give me the answer to all others. I'm going to ask you, do you have all your marbles? And I hope you tell me they're all in the bag.